Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3, where we've done it, we've gotten our second soul, and I have every expectation that we'll be able to pull a third soul next time, but that also the northern provinces will get their third soul. Hopefully the Poxmakers and Goldtooth won't manage, and it seems like the Exiles and the Seducers are just kind of falling behind. It may be because their armies keep getting stomped on by the Ice Court, and then the Ice Court's fallen behind because we have put forth a dedicated effort to make sure that they do. So, I think we're still in it. I think. Fingers crossed. We may have to, see, this is very awkward. I was going to say we may have to put some effort into making sure that one of the two leaders doesn't get a soul next time, but the only one they have left is one of the two that we have. So we certainly don't want to go in there and interfere with them. Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know. I don't know what we'll do. Anyway, let's focus on the here and now, shall we? Spartak Zemvin, one of the many Spartak Zemvins, is running through the pass here. And frankly, I don't think we need to pursue this guy. Like, this army is not very impressive. I don't think that this army is much of a challenge for any of our garrisons, but it probably is up to the task of clearing Black Gulch. So I say we just back off. I don't want him to run away. Obviously, like, the best version of this is we let him claim Black Gulch, and then we grab him, we take it back the next turn while he's still inside. But my concern is if we stay over here near him, he may just run. He may just try to get away from us. And remember, we do have this Chaos Realm trait that I would love to lose. So if we just go park in a friendly settlement for a little while, we can at least take a shot at dropping that. Oh, sorry. March mode.
Stragglers will be slain.
Yep, and we just make it. Okay. Very important. Falco, I think probably... Do I think this army is capable of challenging the Forbidden Citadel's garrison?
I'm cold. Can you tell?
Well, you know what? I'm going to move this way. Maybe not for the purpose of protecting the city, but more because it puts us in a good position to teleport in and to like move right up against the mountains over here and then teleport in to claim Black Gulch. And if Gospodar wants to wander into us while we're in ambush mode over here, that ability is open to them. How did I manage to move in between all the trees? Actually, I guess the actual answer to that is these trees are bullshit. None of these trees do not actually... There we go. There's the better ambush chance. That said, with the positioning here, I bet if he wanted to go to the settlement, I bet he would just run right past us. Okay.
Taste our pleasure.
And we should probably continue to perform aggression.
Tear their soul.
The Mistress of Suffering here desperately needs to level up, so... Viditas should rejoin her army.
Now you...
God, look at the size of that chariot.
Demon Prince.
They really overscaled that particular hero.
I require...
Oh, right. I'm garrisoned, but I'm in march mode, so we'll have to wait until next turn to start the recruitment. And what else do we have? Well, I guess the answer to that question is incoming.
I'll freeze.
Ugh, this is like a real army, too. That's very frustrating. At least the Lord leading it is low level. Really? I guess this is why they call you a lass. Can't trust these iridescent horrors with anything. Okay, we are going to need to win battles to really be able to purchase upgrades, it seems like. Our income's a little bit nuked.
Manipulated.
So 7,200 gets us access to the Pox Riders of Nurgle, which seem like fine units. They're kind of weird. Like, they're cavalry, but they're not fast like cavalry. They're fast like a quick infantry unit fast. How good is the... Oh, I can't pin that card. Can I do it from here? There we go. I just wanted to see how much anti-infantry they have. Okay, so not very much. Honestly, these units don't seem great. I mean, listen, we're only building this building because I want Nurgle Soul Grinders. So yeah, I guess we're once again bound by population here. 5 turns until we're at 4 surplus population, and then we have to wait for another point of surplus population, which is going to take forever. But there's nothing to do about it right now. I'm hoping that we can recruit something fun from one of our many military allies to fill up Iglixis's army. I think the Halberd Chaos Warriors did a lot of really good work for us. I'm hoping we can replace them with something that is at least as impressive. I mean, it would be neat if we could pull a Bloodthirster or something. That would that would be fun. We do have access to the Keeper of Secrets. We could just hire in our own giant monster, but if we do it through the global pool, we're going to be sitting still for like 5 turns, which I don't necessarily love. I kind of want Iglixis to go on the rampage, although more and more as things continue to unfold, I am wondering if we are basically going to just sit on this land, the land that we currently own, and win the game from here, if indeed we can. So you're at war with... Yeah, we kind of have taken sides against the Tsinchian forces. I have 5 military alliances already. This feels very silly. I mean, sure. At this point, we're all friends. I am definitely concerned that when we grab the 4th Demon Prince soul, and again, I'm making some assumptions here about how things are going to go, but provided we get to grab the 4th Demon Prince soul, I am a little worried that we're going to get declared on immediately by all of the other people who are playing the great game. Wait, so the Ice Core turn happened already. It didn't seem like their armies moved very much. I will admit I was not paying the most closest attention. Did none of their armies move? I don't think any of their armies moved at all. There we go. She is not sick yet.
An ice witch bows to no one.
And she is technically in friendly territory until she's over the bridge. So she is going to heal.
This world will burn.
Yeah, I don't know. They all fell asleep or something? Very strange. Oh, I guess, you know what?
Hellish power.
I shouldn't do anything other than check out recruitment, because recruiting may actually be very expensive. So, what do we have here? They do have Bloodthirsters available. They are 91 allegiance, but they would potentially allow me to do that. We could pull in more, like, fast-moving cavalry type units. I don't really think that is a problem we're having. I might just grab a couple more units of Halberd Warriors. Who else can we pull from? Okay, the Poxmakers don't have access to anything interesting. At least not in that settlement. We need to upgrade that garrison. Or that outpost, rather. Maybe we just bank allegiance then.
Join the ruinous crusade.
We do have access to a fair number of interesting things here. So we have Forsaken of Nurgle now. Frenzied poison units. Very poor melee defense, but actually quite heavily armored. So probably pretty good at hunting ranged units, although they don't have shields. I am uncertain if 105 armor but no shield is functionally better than like 35 armor plus shield. in terms of like of running at a unit of ranged while they're shooting at you. And if we want to pull the fancy Slaanesh stuff, it is going to be a minute. I mean, I do want a Keeper of Secrets. They seem very murderous. Yeah, also like incredibly expensive. Murderous and expensive. And you know what this army is missing now is ranged units. I don't much like blue horrors, but it really does help to have some ranged. Yeah, let's just recruit ranged.
Serve chaos.
They're cheap. They have definite actual utility in this formation. If we wanted to pull in a monster, I think the move would be to drop some of the marauders, probably. But I don't know that I do right now. I think I'm gonna let this army be pretty much what it was before, while we work on getting together the money for the upgrades we need to make.
Sorceress wins.
So we probably want Falco to be moving to the west toward the point that we could teleport over the mountains to the Black Gulch. But I would love to actually get like a turn where the enemy doesn't know exactly where I am. Our ambush gets broken every single turn, no matter where we're standing. So I'm not going to stress too much about it, but I am going to stay close to the citadel.
I can hurt them.
It is taking her so long to level up. Alright, well, next turn, Iglixis' army will be full of units, if not exactly fully healthy. And I guess from there we will consider marching south. The Ice Court seems to have kind of fallen asleep on us, and, you know, I'm fully willing to take advantage of that. I would love to claim a large settlement and devote it to siege, because we could definitely get access to some better ranged units. And that way we would have one major settlement devoted to each of the non-Khorne Chaos Gods, plus the ability to pull Khornate units from our ally. Oh, okay, I see. Everybody's just going to the tower. Well, I can't say that I expect that to work out for them. But this is good. I mean, it's kind of good. I was really hoping they were going to take Black Gulch. But it's good in the sense that we have a bunch of armies heading toward our most defensible and most defended positions, and we can rely on them as a source of income.
Keep paying your respects to me.
I do think it looks like maybe we want to... let's see. You're at war with the Oracles. What the hell? What the hell? We're all friends here. It does look like we probably want to just turn Falco around, because it seems pretty certain they're not going to attack Black Gulch, even though they objectively should. Just 100% focus on always making things worse for the player. And they say the demons are the cruel ones, right? Ooh. Hell yeah, allegiance. Also, slaying seers. Listen, we got it. We're all full up on seers. Thank you very much. Now, I believe that's plus 50 allegiance with a faction that we don't have an outpost with, but we'll fix it. We'll get there. Alright, so Iglixis needs one more turn of replenishment before he is really full. If I pushed Falco to teleport stance right now, we could teleport over the wall and menace Spartak right this second. I think that's what I'm going to do. I want to be over here. I want to I want to have a single movement to get to the tower next turn, and
It is
a
treason.
lot of these forces are kind of
I
nothing.
serve only the Ice Court.
So she stepped out of friendly territory. We can hopefully get a little more damage on. Also, levels. Levels is good. Learn magic now? I guess.
I'll freeze.
Wow, her army is looking rough. Having a couple of heroes who are fully devoted to damaging units really can add up. It's a lot of damage in total.
Much power.
I think I'm gonna have a Glixis step outside of the city and just wait in ambush mode, because I don't necessarily want the AI to recognize that I am present. I'd like to stay inside of the red circle. But there's not really a good place to stand where we're in the high ambush trees inside the circle, right?
Crushing all.
Oh, right. Also, I'm like really close to other forces here.
Kislev is built upon a lie.
That's gonna be a problem no matter where we go.
Minions, conceal yourselves.
Okay, I hope that's close enough. I don't think it is, but I think with the number of Slanesh armies on top of the settlement, anywhere inside the settlement's reinforcement range is going to be unambushable.
Fill the void.
All right, slowly leveling. And hey, look, it's Cran. All right. Let's disable some of their vision up here so they don't know what they're walking into. And yeah, I think we're going to be reliant on these incoming armies for income for a little bit here. In terms of monster recruitment for our army, if we're gonna have like one monster, one big, huge, greater demon type unit, I will say I would prefer that it be a Bloodthirster rather than a Keeper of Secrets, probably. The Keeper of Secrets is fine, but I think the role that it would serve in our army is very similar to the role that the cavalry serve. Like, it's very much a move fast and flank type unit. And we don't really need that functionality, and on top of that, we don't really need the spells that it brings either. But having what is effectively a second Glixis to move around and cause trouble seems very good. Ah, man. Yeah, they just will not attack our enemies. Alright, we're going to have to go after them. I don't think it should be a problem for Falco to crush that army that's in the Black Gulch Pass. And then we can use that money to get some stuff done. Apparently, according to that balance of power bar, things are going very well for the northern provinces. We don't know anything about what's happening in Cathay, and after we finish this campaign, we are absolutely for sure starting a campaign with some force over in that area. But it seems like they're really kicking ass.
Waste for the Dark Master.
They might be very difficult for us to deal with if they, in fact, get ahead on this, if they get to their fourth Demon Prince soul. I am happy to see that the Nurgle force has managed to hold the dwarf hold up there in the mountains. If they had given that up to the Ice Court, I think we'd be seeing attacks from there, like, basically constantly. So we could, at some point, have gone to war with the Greylings and taken Black Gulch by force. I think, though, that it's not really super valuable to us. As we've seen from this region, the what do you call it? The commandments that we get access to here are just, they're not that great, really. The only thing that I would really like is to have 15 extra growth for a little while. And this being a small settlement, I mean, it just doesn't have very much value to us. I'm pretty comfortable not having that. We do, though, need to grab another capital. Really, Alexandrinov is the capital of that. This province is, like, very long and narrow. That's pretty awkward. What about this area? Okay, Zoyshenk is the major here. Although it's interesting to note, these are all small for settlement areas. Okay.
Demon Prince.
So it looks like I can't actually reach Evelina. But I do think we're going to move forward.
Serves chaos.
Yeah, actually, my forward movement... Oh, my forward movement is restricted by these dwarves.
Conquest.
That's why it ends. I was going to say, I would think we could move much further than that. But here we go.
Trembles before me.
Well, the way this is set up, if we go after Evelina, she's just going to run away from us, I think.
This world will burn.
Here, let's eat the dwarves.
Only God.
Should be completely trivial.
Feast of bloodshed awaits.
Just one less person stealing income from us.
Range.
And then can I'm just gonna dive back into the trees, I think. Hold on. I'm trying to make sure that I'm actually standing in the trees. There we go.
Search.
There's my good ambush chance. Again, not because I think she's going to work into the circle or walk into the circle, but because I want her to not run away.
It is.
Oh, that's frustrating. Spartak Zemvin has managed to stand exactly far enough away that I cannot catch him. Well, should I have Falco do something else then? We can have Falco just go to a defensive position around the tower to play defense while Eglixis runs rampant in the south. I think I am gonna, yeah, let's just... Or rather, sorry, get kind of near... Oh, never mind. I was gonna say get kind of near and then go into ambush mode, but you can't even do that. Well, just stand here then. And I am totally willing to spend... Yeah, I am totally willing to spend favor every turn, making sure that our units actually are continuing to gain XP. I should probably get more levels of specialist before I grab the extra casualties.
I serve only the ice court.
I mean, she's not really much of a danger. And we know that Katarin's army is coming up here. Nah. I'm gonna keep doing this because I'm trying very hard to get Alas leveled up at least to 20. More than because I actually want to damage this army. Alright, Cran just killed somebody, so he's a little exhausted. Yeah, it would be really nice to get these agents to level 20 so that we can get them immortality. We could tower upgrade, or we could outpost upgrade. This is exactly all of my money. I think I'm going to do it because this is the one that gives us access to global recruitment. Obviously, they don't have any stuff of value in this settlement.
I have seen.
How many settlements do they have in total? 6. You know what? We know that Kugoth Plaguefather is running around with a really garbage army. Maybe that's the case because he doesn't have any good recruitment infrastructure? You know what? Let's find out. Our income would actually be totally fine, maybe even pretty good, if we just got rid of all of these armies that are constantly raiding in our territory. Part of the problem we're having is definitely that we are getting robbed. And this is a place where the abstraction of favor as a currency breaks down because, like, How exactly are they stealing? Are they using raiding to steal my favor and put it into their coffers? But whatever, let's not examine it too closely. We could maybe get to Hell Pit, get control of that, and then we could build some Tsinchi and recruitment buildings there, potentially. Yeah, look at that. They must be. Well, the red in that bar might be slightly less than there is in the Ice Court. I was gonna say they must be the most powerful army in the world, but maybe they're right behind the Ice Court. That said, our neighbors to the south, the noble Kislevites, do seem to be having a little bit of a problem mounting assault forces on us lately, right? Like, even if you put aside the fact that their armies are always losing, they are really showing up in much smaller numbers on top of that. I wonder if they're experiencing some difficulty to the south. Maybe those vampires finally figured things out.
Respects to me, and few.
Yeah, it's fine. That's fine, I'll take your money. We'll just be in a military alliance with everyone. Okay, recruitment down, or upkeep, more importantly, down for Slaanesh units. We don't have as many as we used to, but we still do have a lot of marauders. Okay, so the great news is she stopped right here. There's no way she escapes now.
Ruinous powers.
I love that the balance of power bar there is like, your army might be a little bit stronger, I guess. Here, let's have a last go after them first. Again, XP purposes. Cran can run over here. Do we see the Tsarina? Yeah, there she is.
Orders. Demon Prince. They must die.
Yeah, well, that is not going to be sufficient, it turns out. Close victory. You know what? I'll take a close victory. It's
Now is the time of conquest.
okay. Distributed the damage pretty evenly. That is probably way more damage than we would have taken manually, but it's fine. So I still have more than half of my movement left. I could just go into reinforcement mode or encampment mode rather, to get us healed up a little bit faster. We can do that as long as we maintain 50% movement. So yeah, it looks like I can take a very small step forward. Okay, yeah, our melee really took a beating in that auto-resolve.
Change is coming.
I guess Falco just moves up. Let's just actually eliminate this force if we can. I can't get to them this turn, but I can do that.
Catch them unawares.
Oof, critical failure, wounded self. Tripped and fell off of the chariot. That said, this army's not in very good shape. If they don't see through Falco's ambush and run away, they are definitely toast. Alright, not too worried about that. Can we... We should be able to buy this upgrade, right? No, it is 70... Well, I don't know. I was misremembering how much it was. Alright, next turn we will have 4 surplus population, and we'll be able to see what it will take to get to the next point from there. My guess is it's going to be a really long time. But it does look like it's going to happen. I think we have stopped losing the Forbidden Citadel constantly. Okay, Okay, Kugath Plaguefather has a, he does have a Great Unclean One in his army, and one of his armies has a Nurgle Soul Grinder. So hopefully we will get access to those units when our outpost completes. A thing that I really like about this using demons to damage their units strategy is that you still have to pay full upkeep to a unit no matter what kind of health it's in. So a unit that is down to like 10% strength because it has been reliably assaulted by demons is very expensive relative to its violence output. Gospodar technically didn't see through our ambush, but definitely reacted like he knew we were there. My hope is that he just didn't run far enough away. It's kind of hard to tell. So the Northern Provinces, that wasn't one of the factions that has 3 souls though, right? Like, we don't actually have to try to interrupt them during the next roar. I don't know, we'll look in a second here. I think it was the Goldtooth and the Nurgle faction, right? And the Nurgle faction seems to be kind of on the back foot right now as far as infrastructure and stuff goes, so maybe they won't be able to mount the army necessary to win a 4th soul. Although we shouldn't necessarily assume things like that, because like our infrastructure has been in shambles the entire game, and we're doing just fine. I do appreciate these game modes having objectives that are not just do the best at the most basic language of the game. God, yeah, it is just non-stop turmoil up there, huh? So an ally of mine saw through the ambush. I don't care about this at all. Okay, yeah, the Northern Provinces are on 2. They might compete with us for corn if we go after corn next time. Oh, his numbers are still bad. Actually, no, his numbers are not still bad. It's just, like, not from being exhausted. It's just that starting to catter in is a problem.
This world will burn.
Yep. Technically, our ambush did not get disturbed, but boy, they sure did know to move exactly outside of Falco's movement range.
Take them now.
Remarkable how good of a job they did at that.
Chaos incarnate.
Well, I might have Iglixis run back to the tower then. I don't want to fight her when I'm not at full. Although I guess 3 turns until full replenishment.
Surge across this land.
Gosh, movement range, very impressive. Okay, we could do it with normal movement. Let's just go ahead and do that. We'll get the extra replenishment here. Oh, also, that Demon Realm trait, the Chaos Realm trait, didn't actually fall off. Is the tower capable of removing that? No, it's not. You have to be in the major settlement. Yeah. Okay, well that's complicating. So I have to run all the way to the Forbidden Citadel or the Doomkeep to drop that? That seems like bad news. Alright, let's see. It would be super nice if Gospodar would just stop playing Keep Away and let me devour him. But I mean, for the moment at least, it really is the case that we don't have to do very much at all. We just kind of have to hold until the next roar
You
occurs.
fight on the side of true power.
Nope. I'm busy right now, and 600 favor is not even... You tack a couple of zeros on there and we'll talk. Well, Zemvin did attack Black Gulch after sitting in recruitment mode for a little while, but did not actually claim it. Just sacked it and then ran away. Because of course. It looked like the ambush flag was gone from above Falco's army, so I think Gospodar saw through our ambush, and that's the excuse for why he moved the way he moved there. But that's, like, super annoying. I think that even though we are making a concerted effort to only hide in places where our ambush chance says, like, 75 or 85, it feels like we have actually remained stealthed on well under half of the turns that we've been within vision of an army. Yeah, I really don't want to have to move Iglixis all the way back up to the Citadel. That feels like a tremendous waste of time. Okay, so did we chase them out of our territory at least? Yes, we did.
I am exalted.
They are in full retreat. Would I actually catch them? You see how the arrow on the ground is all green? There's no red in it. That means we would actually catch them if we make this move, and they can't retreat because they're in march mode. So yeah, we are getting rid of you. I shouldn't need to manual this because obviously.
We fight for siege.
Okay, there we go. Decent amount of money made.
Change is coming.
Back over the bridge, so we're in friendly territory. Look at all the healing. And slowly we trend toward level 20. Fleshy abundance.
Supreme champion.
Okay.
Unhand the Tsarina.
So the Tsarina is just chilling in this settlement. Not really worth trying to damage her then, probably. I'm gonna move Alas back to here. Play defense around our territory. And we'll basically like leave Cran in this position just to potentially cause trouble, but I don't know that we
Demon
I don't know that we want to actually do anything with either of them.
faster or face my wrath.
Alright, I am gonna run for the Citadel. Let's try to clear this trait. It'll make life a lot easier if we don't have to deal with the leadership penalty inside the next demon realm. Although I think that leadership penalty is only applying to Iglixis, which is not a real problem. Alright, speaking of the Forbidden Citadel. Okay, 8 turns until we have the population. And at this rate, the money won't really be an issue. Now that we've managed to run off most of the raiders.
As it was always.
And for a moment, the tower is a little bit underdefended, but it's fine. We have time. Falco will get over there and keep it safe while we wait for Iglixis's confidence to return. I don't think I've talked about it too much. I tend not to notice this so much in the Total War games, but I do really like the music in Total War Warhammer 3. I think they've done an excellent job with like all of the presentational parts of this thing. All right, so they're forming up another huge force to march on us from the south. Yeah. All right. we're going to have to turn... Gosh, I really want Glixis to get to spend at least a turn or two in the Forbidden Citadel. But we might have to do a full turnaround right now. It's really a bummer that those settlements are just a little bit over one turn's movement away from each other. So this dwarf nation is somehow managing to take territory. They're all the way up to 2 settlements, but like they have no units. I don't understand at all how they are doing this. You know, sometimes the AI, they just leave a settlement in a position where it could be taken by a group of 12 of the absolute worst melee units you've ever seen. Oh good, Falco got extra movement range. So, even at full march, Falco is nowhere near fast enough to get to the tower.
No higher power than I.
Alright, I think even in March mode, this guy's not going to be able to get into reinforcement range to actually hit the tower.
Hellish power.
I'm debating whether I want to commit Iglixis to the reinforcement range of this city, or if I think we can handle it with the other units. I guess to some extent, the answer is dependent on how much damage we do with these these heroes. So she just has a ton of... yeah. She has a ton of effects that lower the chance of heroes being able to pull stuff off on her. It's a solid method of defense. My preferred defense against this tactic is just to kill all of the enemy characters, but the thing she's doing works too. Okay, we can carve up her her reinforcing army instead, I suppose. Once an army's been hit on a turn, they do gain a buff that makes further actions less likely to work on them, but also we might be able to overcome that.
It is treason to command me.
Yeah, even with minus 20%, we're still above half. The value of getting this one would be really high, though. I'm going to take the swing. Okay, that's, you know, that is to be expected. Still not upgrading that. It really, really wants us to upgrade that. Do I think it is worth it to push the demonic colony? I don't. I don't think so. Yeah, I think we're cool. Okay. So we have 2 armies in... oh, I didn't even move Iglixis yet.
Changes to ice.
Do I think we have the time to chill in the Forgotten Citadel and roll the dice? No, probably not. We probably have to respond. Yeah, let's go all the way forward. Let's get in reinforcement range. If somebody wants to try to break the tower, they're going to have to take the whole force.
Water breaks.
So hopefully this will be a good opportunity for our allies to get in and wreak some real havoc, since it seems like a lot of their current army is real focused on me. I know that's a lot of hoping, and we have definitely seen in the past that that is not how this works, and that in fact the AI will not, under any circumstances, do a good job. We gotta have some hope. That looks like a pretty large ogre army actually approaching Castle Alexandrinov. If the ogres are going to make a real push, that could be very good for us. Although it is annoying that the one settlement they're going after there is the only major settlement in the whole area. Okay, remember how I was talking about they seem to have like stopped coming in real numbers? Here's all those numbers. Their plan is just to use 70 armies against me at the same time, which seems like it might work, honestly. All right, don't siege the settlement, just attack it. You know, the way that the enemy does when they're attacking me. Something tells me they are not going to cooperate. Well, hopefully the ogres sieging their stuff at the very least will be enough to draw some of their troops backward. Yeah, it seems like a lot of our allies are moving relatively large-ish forces downward at the same time. But if they keep doing this thing where they're running around in like 8s and 10s instead of combining their armies and having full stacks, it's never going to work no matter how many forces they use.
Melts. Changes state.
So we have 10,000 Kislevites in our territory.
Boyars bow to no
Katarin's hard to wound, but the rest of these probably not so much.
Boyars bow to no.
Wow, that was not a lot of damage.
No higher power than I.
This army is suffering a little bit better.
I have ascended. I cannot be stopped.
So I think I'm going to stay over here, even though this does not give us much of an ability to interrupt people's approach on the tower. Because at the very least, we'll be able to participate in the battle for the settlement. And Falco... Out of curiosity here, now that we have completed the second level outpost with the Poxmakers, okay, we can't really pull anything terribly exciting. We can get rot flies. That's pretty cool. But no soul grinders or anything, which is definitely what we were hoping for. What do we do with the second army?
Got a chill
I guess just kind of wait nearby.
to change.
I want to keep letting them approach, thinking that there's nothing going on here, and then we'll figure something out. Alas has made it to level 18. Getting real close to immortality. We're not doing either of those upgrades. I'm fine saving a little bit of money. Would it be worth it to upgrade the Totem of the Crow? In 2 turns, we'll have an extra 10 points of growth. It's probably not even actually going to change the number of turns it takes to get from 4 to 5, so it's probably just a waste of money. Yeah, let's just, let's see here. Let's see what the approach looks like. So we have a bunch of tiny, badly coordinated demon forces that could never win a battle against the Ice Court under any circumstances coming up behind us. Mostly, it would seem, to make our lives more difficult by revealing our ambushes. Okay, please do not right at this moment fight ogres. We are on the same team as those ogres for the moment. Okay. So, they saw through our ambush, trivially, because of course they did. I don't think they have the movement range to attack the city this turn, so I think I might just fall back and, yeah, geez. Let's just fall back and come in with a lightning strike on our turn. And we might rent some of these nearby armies and use them to just give us a little bit of extra value. Do some of that sit back and wait for your reinforcements to show up fighting, let them be in front. Yeah, well, their plan was really just to march 9 full armies on us, it looked like.
Ask. But
The ogres have managed to draw one of them away, and I'm sure that army will be more than sufficient to kill as many ogres as they need to. But we are, you know, the upside here is we're going to be rolling in cash if we manage to survive this. It is a lot to survive, though. Even with as well as we have been doing against the Ice Court lately, this seems like a lot. And the real bummer is, it's probably going to take a large enough number of turns fighting these forces to actually get through them all, that by the time we have killed the last of them, there will already be new armies fully recruited down in the south, because this is gonna be a nightmare. What a yep, okay. What a time to reveal my army. So
The Ice Queen bows.
Katarin's army's in pretty good shape. We could very easily devour Spartak Zamvin with a lightning strike, though.
lives fallen champion.
I think when I attack here, he's going to retreat, right? Let's go ahead and do it.
Upon them.
Nope, he didn't immediately pull back. So let's take the manual lightning strike victory, because we really do need to maximize this as best we can. Is there a unit that we can steal that's actually worth stealing? I don't think I'm willing to pay for this completely shredded unit of dwarves. Yeah, let's just go ahead and fight this battle. They've got it as a close victory that will inflict medium casualties. I am hopeful that we can outperform that. I mean, most of these forces are going to die instantly. The war sleds are going to be annoying, as war sleds always are, but we do have some good tools for dealing with that. And our replacement Heartseekers are already rank 5. Like, they'll be up into the gold ranks in no time. We will be made whole again soon enough. There's enough cavalry here that trying to maintain formation is going to be really annoying. They're going to be very good at poking through and attacking our ranged units, but I think that's fine. The ranged units sort of serving as decoys because we don't actually care about their survival is... It's not exactly the way that I'm used to playing ranged units, but it seems to be working. Okay, so let's have, say, you and you on this side. Soul Grinders kind of come up a little bit more in the middle. The Beast of Nurgle is kind of a weird one. The Beast of Nurgle just stays with the melee. And then the melee does more or less just approach like as a wall right here. I think that's reasonable. Ranged units right with them. Okay, and this is going to look pretty familiar. All of the units that have shields, you know, just kind of do this thing. Just run right through them. Except, right, I got to remember the speed differential. 29 speed. Sorry, if we command group these and then do that. Yeah, they will preserve the relative positions and facing of their units. So the Marauders will walk as slow as the Chaos Warriors. And then the faster moving units should do faster moving unit stuff. You probably want to get up here and kind of stay safe. Let's have you run that way. Okay.
I present you with fueling victims for the
Interesting.
indulge yourselves.
Okay, they're not doing much movement. For a second there, I thought they were just like marching toward us, which I do not think would be a great play for them necessarily. Are they? Yeah, they're basically maintaining position relative to each other. It's more or less working. They're trying to put their cones into places where they could actually do some damage potentially. Not doing a great job of it. Do I want to throw out a fast lash? I guess I can't really... Yeah, we can't quite reach them. If I run in like this, she is going to start getting shot by the sleds. But maybe that's fine. I think actually it's fine. Because we can just have these units over here move in on the sleds. We do want to be careful with the amount of damage we take. But I think it's okay to not have the melee eat the brunt of the damage on this one, because we are going to need them in good shape for the battle that is to come. Okay, that's pretty decent damage.
Sensuous diversions.
My next
They're just going to let me do this, huh?
brutalize them. Power of an immortal.
Okay, I have to admit that I am surprised by that. So we can have the Chaos Furies come in over here. Alright, and with them doing that, they're creating cover for the Cav charge. Actually, maybe I want them both to come around this way. This is okay. Let's go ahead and ward save up our cavalry fighting units here. Weapon damage up as well, and then we're gonna... I think we can keep you on this and we can run her around and start hunting down the other one. And I could throw out a big Phantasmagoria, but maybe I'd be better off... It's not a terrible idea, actually. So the overcast just makes the effect longer. Yeah, do something like this, like catch a lot of their ranged and also maybe a unit of cavalry. We'll see how they reposition as this goes.
The aesthetics are lethal.
She's stuck. Okay, so the cav are not trapped, sadly.
The darkest desire.
But it does keep a lot of their ranged in place as we approach. They did not, in fact, keep their relative positioning, so the group lock is a lie. That's good to know. You lot, I don't know. Just get over here and do something. Try your best. One of our dudes is fighting Samvin, and that's going okay, I guess. I think the number one thing we want from these units is contact with the war sleds. So let's make sure you move all the way over here. And then, like, we'll go ahead and attach targets on this side, but it does feel like the Chaos Warriors are maybe not going to get here until the battle's actually over. And you lot, all of the ranged, I shoot at some cavalry, I guess? Seems fine.
Terminator Flanesh. We go.
Alright, we're going to shred them. as we well know.
Slaanesh is Allures.
Walking God.
Soul Grinders can finish off the sleds. Our Lord should kill their Lord.
Carnage unbound. Endless craving.
Yeah, their cannon's not really getting much accomplished this time.
Demon Prince. Dark gift unleashed.
Oh, she's doing a good job just charging people over and over again.
Can't stop.
She does not know where the brakes are. That's fine. We do not need the brakes.
Delightful.
Yeah, okay, this is not bad. We could pop a heal onto some of these units. I'm expecting that we're going to be engaging in another battle this turn, so I'm particularly concerned about, you know, making sure that our health is okay.
Name. Kill. Sensuous diversions.
Get him.
Marauders of Slaanesh.
Why would you charge into the spears?
Slaanesh.
I guess if your goal is just to do as much damage as possible out of spite because you know you are going to get battled again this turn, that, you know, that move makes sense under those conditions. Okay, certainly a hell of a lot better than the auto-resolver was telling us we were going to get.
Infinity. Unbridled.
Oh, I can't believe he survived that. He has 4 HP. He died of exhaustion right before he would have gotten hit, I guess. Okay. Well, that was pretty straightforward. So yeah, a little bit of damage on Eglixis. The important part is a lot of the melee core is still at very, very high health. So that'll help us control the next battle a little bit better. Because, like, we're probably going to have to just jump Tsarina Katerin right now, right? If we give the Ice Court another turn to move and they're able to gather their armies up into more intelligible positions, I think it's going to go worse for us. And she's very far forward. We should be able to pursue her even with a retreat. We get to use both armies against her, and I think she shouldn't be able to get in range of any of her reinforcements. So I have high hopes. Both of the Heartseeker units leveled up. That's very important for us. A lot of the melee are doing pretty well as well. New ranged units didn't get a tremendous amount done, so no XP for them. We stole a shield, which is pretty whatever.
Fodder for hungry demons.
Oh, right. She has another reinforcing army right here. Well, I think Eglixis can do multiple... I don't think there's any reason I can't do multiple lightning strikes per turn. So I guess let's do that. Yeah.
They must.
Should be able to break these guys down pretty easily. And again, I think the auto-resolve is gonna screw us on this. So let's fight this one, and then we'll end the episode here. And we can take Katarina in the next one. I do think it's going to work out a little bit strangely because we have spent a lot of Eglixis' movement at this point. We'll see. We'll see what the best approach plan looks like. I would love to fight her in a place where we still get the garrison of the settlement as well, and we can use them to sort of like absorb most of the damage. Okay. But yeah, you're getting to see sort of the full value of Lightning Strike this particular episode. Let's do the same thing. Seemed to work just fine last time.
Paramour of Slanesh. Heart Seekers of Slanesh.
Y'all hear that new Paramour of Slanesh album? Really, it does some terrible things to you. Listen, I like their music and everything,
From my minions. Insatiable
but I don't know if I love all the effects. Nope, like this. Okay, we're gonna have that army approach. This army's gonna also approach, but like a little bit differently.
fresh soap.
I don't want them to get there first this time.
Carnage unbound.
Okay, they really want to catch up. I don't think they're going to. But I appreciate them moving all the way out of position like that. And I think our approach to this battle, like, it has to look pretty much identical, right? Except that this battle is actually going to be easier. They do have more high health units. Like, I expect these Sargard to actually stay in and fight for a lot longer.
My pleasure.
They do still have some war sleds that we should worry about. I think I'm gonna save the Chaos Furies until the Chaos Warriors get closer. But I do think we can probably get started over here.
I will raise it.
This will be exquisite. I seek.
Okay, let us open with a big Phantasmagoria, see if they'll move out of it.
Delighted to.
Because if we pin their
Their flesh.
yeah, okay, we pinned their cavalry for a little while, that's pretty cool.
Dark gifts unleashed. With relish.
Okay, and now that this is happening, Chaos Furies and Cavalry. We don't actually need these cavalry units to deal with war sleds, so I think we can just do a pretty simple flank charge here. And you lot, let's have you approach like this. Also, let's not have everybody get distracted by the same units here. The ranged should run up and yeah, have at some cavalry, do some anti-large stuff. The bloodletters will approach here now that it's like a little bit safer, as will the Beast of Nurgle, and there we go. That's like a battle plan. Get in there and yeah, yes, that exactly. Thank you.
Heart Seekers. Divines.
Their lord this time is, you know what, never mind. Their lord this time is kind of a non-entity. A very unimpressive level. No skills to speak of. I don't love the idea of them executing a cav charge against my beast, but if we could do that thing to them instead, that seems pretty good. Do we want to reassign? Actually, no. I think these cavalry units are still absolutely the correct target for that. We do need to bring you lot in. Let's try to get the soul grinder all the way across here. Try to get some of these spear marauders in a little bit deeper as well, because I would love to just fall in on the back of these melee units over here. You know what? Maybe we should just have the Beast of Nurgle do that. Yeah, that's probably more correct. There's this one big healthy unit of Sargard that we should... There we go. Alright, just crank the hell out of it.
Heart seekers of of Slanesh.
So I'm gonna have my Heartseekers withdraw from direct combat with the enemy cav.
Eliminate them.
Makes sense to send you after that.
The Eternal Hunters! For Lord Slanesh!
Unlie this blood.
Flow like wine. Delicious.
Alright, get to hit him right in the back. Perfect.
A dance of pain. Rend!
Just gonna go ahead and Bolt of Change this dude. He's having a pretty bad day already. There's no reason not to make it worse. Alright, let's hit some flanks over here. You've broken that unit. Yeah, we could do some more flanking. That could happen. I've been seeing Chaos Warriors take so much damage.
The Prince of Chaos rises. The darkest of desires.
Like, they don't really have anything capable of doing that kind of damage to Chaos Warriors, it doesn't seem like.
Behold my divinity.
Alright, rough their lord up pretty good here.
Chaos Warriors.
Yeah, go ahead and fall back, y'all. Unit of cavalry is still alive somehow.
Power of an immortal.
Okay, so all of her backup is run off or dead now. I am very annoyed at the number of Chaos Warriors we lost from these 3 units, considering. I mean, these are the Great Guard with these are the Guard with the great weapons, so they do have armor piercing, but still, I thought level 9 Chaos Warriors were going to stand up against them way better. It's probably fine. I think, given the amount of movement that Iglixis has left, we're probably going to have to end up actually engaging with Sarina's army with Falco and having Iglixis show up as reinforcements. And the Chaos Warriors can effectively sit that out because it'll take them a full calendar year to get from the edge of the map to the place where any of the actual fighting is happening. They did get some good kills, at least. I am so glad we made friends with a with a Cornate faction, though. Having Chaos Warriors, having proper Cornate warriors in this faction has been very helpful. Or in this army, rather. I am attacking the Ice Court. The enemy failed to spot your ambush. Oh, she was pushed back away from the battle that just occurred. Naturally, by the fact that a battle happened near her. If we take the auto-resolve... Okay, it won't actually kill any of Falco's units. You know what? I'll just eat her here, then. That seems fine. That's an okay outcome. Yeah, alright. We do not, in fact, need to do a big battle at the beginning of next episode, because I accidentally propelled her into my ambush. I believe Falco already caused terror, so I think that trait is actually nothing. But huzzah for immortality. We'll grab some of this and some of that. And are we heading toward Lightning Strike? Probably. I think I might want to just go 3 points of Called by Change, 1 point of something else. Probably Lightning Strike. And then get Renowned and Feared. Maybe we'll... I really want the upkeep reduction. We need more money coming in. I would love to have a third army at some point.
New phase begins.
Alright, you need to get in the settlement and get that good replenishment.
I'm cold.
Iglixis may as well finish this off.
Feast of bloodshed awaits.
Okay. And then Dmitry Raskin here. Do we still give them the trait if we fail? Yes, we do.
Blood Reaper.
Well, I'm going to take the swing anyway. No big surprise.
Demon Prince.
Let's march to behind the settlement. Just give ourselves a turn to really put the recruitment to, or put the replenishment to use. And okay, that feels like a pretty thorough victory on this particular front.
Tempted.
Our Mistress of Suffering has returned, and we're gonna want her around here because she's gonna be on portal closing duty, and the roar's coming pretty soon. So I'm gonna run her this way. She'll shut something before demon armies come flooding through it. And we're not that many turns off of being able to upgrade our Forbidden Citadel. At this point, with the amount of money we have on hand, I guess there's no reason not to pursue this upgrade. Alright, and we'll let one more cycle of enemy turns happen now and pick the next video up at the start of the next turn. That went really, really well. They screwed up their positioning super badly. Iglixis being able to flank in behind their main army and devour everything in the backfield, and then just press them up against the Falco and the settlement like that. You know, I'd love to say that the whole thing was the plan from the very start, because it's quite a maneuver, but I did sort of blunder into it. So there's one more big Ice Court army in our territory, and then there's the one down there in the south that is moving rapidly toward the ogres, who will almost certainly be able to clear that ogre force out, because they're going to get to fight them with the backup from the city garrison. And like this, just after we've crushed a bunch of their armies, this would be the moment to try to push our two armies forward. But we know the roar's coming soon, so we can't. Also, it turns out that despite the fact that we ate 3 full armies, they still actually have even more coming up after us. And I do not love the fact that that one army is breaking westward and heading for the blood circle. I do not want to have to chase them all the way over there.
Let us lay the world to waste for the Dark Man.
Absolutely not. Insulting. I would consider going to war with you if I had any idea who you were or where you lived. Like, for real, have we seen any settlements that even could belong to a Skaven player? I guess they can build proper undercities now, too, which is like a whole thing. They could be anywhere. That's the thing about the Skaven. They could be anywhere. And almost certainly are. Alright, big charge bonus. Okay, whatever. So Falco needs like a couple of turns.
Much power.
Iglixis is pretty close to full again already, which is good news because we're gonna have to get into a thing pretty quickly. We actually can pursue Dmitry Raskin. All right, it doesn't look like they have another army coming after these two, but Vladimir Pervak wasn't visible to us last turn either, so who knows?
Boyars bow to no one.
Do I think this army is a threat to the altar of the Crimson Harvest? Probably. They're probably too much of a threat to let them just go after it. Yeah, I guess we'll have to pursue with Iglixis. I really don't want to do that. Well, you know what? We'll figure it out. We'll figure out exactly how we want to pursue them next time, because we are well out of time for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Our economy is, like, actually functional. We're going to have real recruitment buildings in our second major settlement, and it only took us 150 turns to get there. And I have very high hopes about this next Urson Roar. So when you come back next time, tomorrow-ish. Hopefully, we are going to be well on the road to stealing a bunch of land from Kislev and claiming our next Demon Prince soul, and this time I mean that stuff even more than the last 8 episodes that I said it in. And we'll see you then.